Hello class, today we're going to start a new unit, Unit F, on the media and politics. So hopefully you've read Chapter 8, Section 1, and we're going to take a few notes if you can follow along, and then we'll do some in-class activities. To begin with, we're going to look at the role of media and how it shapes and molds public opinion. As you probably can imagine, you might have an opinion on the war in Iraq or other international affairs, but you yourself have not been there. So you might ask, well, how can I form an opinion on this or that political matter? Oftentimes we depend upon the media then at that point to get our information and help form our opinion. Now, we don't entirely depend on the media for help in forming an opinion, and often as Christians, we have to be skeptical and look at the media and find out if they're trying to sway us in a way that is unbiblical. So that's something to keep in mind as well as we progress through this unit. So what is public opinion? It's the attitude held by a significant number of people on important matters. Now, how do you know what public opinion is? As we're going to find out in the next section, one of the most popular ways is to do polling, to do surveys or polling. And you're going to learn how to read polls and how to be swayed, whether or not you should be swayed by a poll or not, based on how it's conducted and, of course, your own Christian morals. Just because majority of the people prefer this or that, and let's say it is a valid poll, that doesn't necessarily mean that it should form your opinion. If 3 out of 4 people agree with something, and the poll says, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should agree. There are different publics then that you're going to want to find the opinions of. There could be all of America, everybody. Could be people living in Michigan. What do the people of Michigan feel about the Detroit Tigers? What's their opinion of the new manager? Or of their NBA draft pick for the Pistons, maybe? So find out what is public opinion in Michigan or even at your school. So there's different publics and different public topics that need to be discussed and opinions formed on. So there can be more than one opinion. Some groups might favor one view over the other. So again, keep that in mind. There is an entire political spectrum when we're talking about the people's political opinions. Oftentimes we refer to left as being more liberal, more extreme democratic, central, or more moderate, or extreme right, extremely conservative politics. What are some things, and we're going to be doing some Snapchatting in class about this on the whiteboards, but give some thought now to how these different influencers could influence your opinion either positively or negatively or on specific topics. Your family, obviously, especially as a young child, growing up with your mother and father around the table, around the dinner table. Also your schooling. Back in 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, your teacher was the authority in your life that seemed to be the smartest person to explain things. That's why your family and your Christian school are so important as such strong influencers on your opinions on important matters as a young child. Yeah, that's why God emphasizes the authority of the family, and that's why your parents have seen fit to send you to a Christian school that is parental run so that your opinions on important religious and political matters could be helped formed by people in your church family and as teachers who stand in place of the parents, and therefore this is a good argument for a good Christian day school that we have in the Protestant Reformed tradition. Now, On the opposite, most children are educated by the government itself. And so the government can have great influence already on the opinions of its young people at an early age. So that's again why your parents chose not to go that route. Others besides your family and your educators, the media, which is of course the topic of this unit, is very influential, has a huge effect on forming your opinion and most people's opinion, because that's where they get their news. As you get a little older, like you are now, you tend to look at your friends for their opinions on things. And it's like, well, my friends think this way or that way, then you form your opinion to fit that. So oftentimes your peers could influence your opinions at the age you're at. Fourth, could be opinion leaders. Now that could be talk show hosts like Oprah Winfrey. If she promotes a particular book, millions of people will rush out and buy it. Because why? Because her opinion was it was a great book, and so people rush out and they buy it. That's called opinion leaders, help form your opinion. Others could be historical events. Lastly, like the terrorist attacks on 9/11, you might have been a political moderate. Your opinion was that we should scale back the military, possibly. But then an important historical event occurs, like the terrorist attacks, and now your opinion has changed. Now you have a strong opinion that we need to strengthen the military and attack and punish the terrorists. So these historical events could change and form and mold your opinion as well.